Welcome to 6th grade math. Get ready for the lesson. The bar graph shows the amount of money remaining in the clothing budgets of 4 students at the end of 1 month. The value of negative $4 means that someone overspent the budget and owes his parents $4. So what number represents owing $5? Negative $5. What number represents having $8 left? $8. Who has the most money left? Thomas. Who owes the most money? Blake. To represent the data are less than 0, you can use negative numbers. Negative numbers, written with a negative sign, found left of 0 on a number line. Data that are greater than 0 are represented by positive numbers. Positive numbers, found right of a 0 on a number line. So here's our number line. Negative 5, it's a negative number, and 5 is a positive number. 0 is neither negative nor positive. And opposites are numbers that are the same distance from 0 in opposite directions. So negative 2 and 2 are both 2 places away from 0. Integers, positive whole numbers, they're opposites, so that's negative whole numbers, and 0. Use integers to represent data. Write an integer to represent each piece of data. Marjorie deposited $48 into her savings account. The word deposited represents an increase. So the integer is 48 or plus 48. A scuba diver swam to a depth of 8 meters below sea level. The word below here means less than. The integer is negative 8. Check your progress. Use integers to represent data. Write an integer to represent each piece of data. The team gained 12 points. The word gained represents an increase. The integer is 12 or plus 12. And the temperature dropped 32 degrees. The word dropped represents a decrease, so the integer is negative 32. Scaffolding questions. Move to the right 3 places. What number are you on? 3. Move to the left 3 places. From 0. What number are you on? Negative 3. What do these two numbers, 3 and negative 3, have in common? Or what do they not have in common? So they don't have in common a symbol, right? Because the positive number 3 doesn't have a symbol in front of it. Both are the same distance from 0. Can you see that? They're both 3 places from 0, just in opposite directions. We call that the absolute value, and we'll get to that at some point. To graph a number on a number line, draw a dot at the location on the number line that corresponds with the number. So graph an integer on a number line, graph negative 7 on a number line. So if we start at 0 and go left 7 places, we'll find negative 7. Check your progress, graph an integer on a number line, graph negative 1 on a number line. So let's start at 0 and we'll go left 1 place and we'll find negative 1. Graph 4 on a number line. So again, if we start at 0, because it's 4, positive 4, we're going to go to the right 4 places. And then graph 0 on a number line. So we're going to go to 0 and we'll stop there and put a mark there. You can create line plots of data that involve positive and negative integers. So a real world example, the table shows the scores in relation to par of the top 25 leaders of a recent Masters tournament in Augusta, Georgia. Make a line plot of the data. So par is, for those of you who have never played golf or watched it on television, if they say the first hole is a par 4. That means that you should make it into the cup in 4 hits of the club. And if you do, you get a 4, you're even par. If you do it in 3, you're -1 or 1 below par. And if you do it in 5, you're 1 above par, so +1. That's how they do golf. All right, so Masters Tournament, top 25 scores in relation to par. Draw a number line. You can use a scale of -10 to 10 because it contains all the data. If you scan the table at the right, you'll notice there's nothing smaller than -10 and there's nothing bigger than number than +10. Put an X above the number that represents each score in the table. So we'll start at 0, +1, we're going across the top row, 0, -3, +2, second row, -1, -4, -2, -2, -3, -1, third row is -1, 0, -1, -1, -1, fourth row, +5, -3, -1, 0, -6, -1, and then the final row, 0, -1, +3, -2. And that is the distribution of the golf tournament. Who do you think has the best score? So in golf, it's opposite than a lot of games. The -6 is the best score, or -6. Check your progress. The table shows a change in rankings from the previous week of the top 10 movies. Make a line plot of the data. So change in ranking, movie, they just identify each movie by letter, A through J. And A has dropped 2 spots, B has dropped 3, C has gained 1, and so on. So here's our line plot, and we're going to do -2. We'll put the A on there. We'll put the B on -3, the C on 1, the D on -1, the E on -1, the F on 2, G on -1, H on -1, I on 0, and J on -3. Additional examples: growth, a height increase of 3 inches. So what is the integer? +3 or 3. Remember, positive integers, we can put a plus in front of it, but we don't need to. In fact, you'll rarely see that. A golfer is 7 shots below par. -7. Graph -2 or -2 on a number line. So there's a number line, and there's -2. The table shows the lowest temperatures in some cities and towns. Make a line plot of the data. So instead of going through it, there is the line plot that they give in the answers solution. And if you wanted to go through and add and check these all off, you could, and it would be correct, I think. All right. Here's your homework. You should, or you will, need to go to Google Classroom, look for assignment 2-9, and please enter it there. Thank you, and have a great night.